Live.
Live. Live. Really? Are we live? If it's 2:08 p.m., it
Give
must
us a
be Ask
second.
the Agents. Put it on my timeline. There we
I'm
are. If it's 2:08 p.m., it must be Ask the Agents. We're running a little late. Hello, everybody. This is William Bowles back in the chair after a solo show with my associate Samuel Hoffman.
it was a
We
short
are.
solo.
It was a short solo. We are, well, let's see, licensed associate real estate agents and brokers with the Corcoran Group in New York City, and we are Ask the Agents. We're live every Tuesday afternoon. So Sam had two solo shows in August because I did a little bit of traveling. I'm happy to be back in New York, and we're happy to see everyone. So welcome back. Welcome back, Sam. Welcome back, everybody. Sam and I had lunch together today with our significant others who have never met. So that was fine. That's one of the reasons why we're running a little bit late. So all is good. All is good. Sam, how are you today? Your hair's a little mussed
I'm
because
hot.
it's like a
We are
1,000% humidity outside.
we are in a heat wave. I mean, and we're in the Northeast, so we can't complain that much. But what does it say? I'll read the weather now. It says it is 93, but it feels like 103 today.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm telling you, it really is hot.
And when you get on a subway platform, it feels like 123.
And we're in a suit. We're in
Yeah.
suits. I mean, no tie,
Yeah,
but still, like,
no ties today because it's darn hot. But anyway, enough of that. Complaining because you know what? We'll soon be complaining about how cold it is. So we have a topic today. We don't have a guest. We have a topic. It is an article that I pulled off of the internet. Because we like to sort of search for things. Sometimes people make recommendations for things to talk about. But today I wanted to talk about staying organized and staying organized and clutter free. No, I did not drink at lunch. I had iced tea. That's
iced
what
tea. Long
Um,
Island iced tea.
I did not have Long Island iced tea. That is so not my move to drink at lunch. Because if I drank at lunch, I would need a nap at like five.
I'm telling you, all these people drink at lunch, and it's like
I don't
I
get it.
drink even a
Don't get
beer.
it.
I want
I
to
don't even
throw up.
drink. I rarely even drink lunch. Drink lunch on the
What's
weekend.
wrong with you today?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time finding my words. It's really scary. All right, staying organized and clutter free, my friend. That is what we're talking about. By the way, if you're just joining us, we are Ask the Agents. Say hello. Let us know that you're there. Right, we see some eyeballs. We have a little notation that we know how many people are watching us. We don't know who's watching us. So say hello if you're watching us. All right. So basically, the concept is, whether you're about to move or thinking of or even not moving, it's important to stay organized and clutter free. So the buckets here, the big headlines: give everything a place, designate a place for everything you own, from remote controls and keys to phone chargers and paperwork. Purchase storage bins, keep it all contained. Sam, do you have a special place for like your keys when you get home? Do you always know where they are?
I put all my stuff. I have like a little bar stool when I walk in the door that I put my stuff on, and my
Hmm.
wife keeps her stuff in like her purse. But I have like a stool, and it's like I put my wallet there, my cards, my
So it's
ID
on a
badge.
stool that's made for sitting, but no one ever sits there because your stuff's on it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I
No
just
one
want
ever
to get the
sits there, and
visual.
it's just like there. I mean, I look before I
You
met,
always know where it is.
before I had my wife and moved in with my wife, I had this like black kind of like statue hand, kind of like has
Mm.
a hand like this, and I would throw my stuff in there. So I knew where that was, and now I
So what
can't
happened
tell
to
you.
that black hand
It's
statue
still
thing?
there, but apparently it was never supposed to be used for that kind of stuff, and I did a
Oh,
lot of damage to it, so
oh, I
it's
see.
getting recovery. So I use a stool.
Understood. Understood. Um, I generally have a place. It's funny. It's like you have a stool, which is kind of random. I have like the corner of this big stainless steel unit that we have in the kitchen, which is also where the phone chargers are. So I know that that's a place that I go. And then we have a second bedroom that is like a guest room. It doesn't use much, but that's where like I use that room, I would say more than my husband does, and there's a credenza in there, and that's sort of my spot. You have to have your spot, right? You have to have your spot,
I don't want to veer off topic, but as William
but you
mentioned,
just did.
we had lunch today with our significants, and this is the first time I got to meet the famous Ruben,
Mm,
William's amazing husband.
mm.
Wow, what a catch! I was You know, you picture this
Who,
nice
me?
guy, but
I've been told I'm a catch. Thank you. No, keep going. Sorry.
I think the other candidate, no, as much as I love you, your husband, in the Jewish religion, we call that a minch. He is such a nice guy. And damn, does he work out? He has the guns.
That's
Um,
hilarious. He will be
but a
happy to
super
hear
nice
that.
guy, and it was amazing meeting him. So shout out to you, Ruben. If you didn't catch the episode, like probably a month ago or so, we made a cameo in his swimsuit edition. It was, yes, it
The
was
only
our virtual
the
edition.
only bare chest you'll probably ever see on Ask the Agent. Yes.
But
And
anyways, yes, back to clutter
okay,
free.
but wait. So now I got to go back and just say it was wonderful meeting Allie, your lovely wife, and she's awesome.
Even better asleep when
And
she was asleep.
smart and all those wonderful things. So you, my friend, got a catch as well. So it was nice. It's now nice that we know each other's significant others. All right, so back to the staying organized and clutter free. So I like the whole thing about having a place for everything. The other thing in here that was interesting is remote controls. It's funny is there are still remote control. Do you do like the universal remote control, or do you have like a pile of remote controls?
No, we have I'm a tech guy. We have
I know, that's why I'm asking you.
one remote.
So you have one remote, but do you have Apple TV? Because that's a separate remote. You can program it
One
all in
remote.
one. All right. Yeah.
So look, I'm pretty good with that stuff. I see sometimes you have to have one extra remote, but these days you'd be surprised. Like you can just go. I mean, I have a more advanced one because a buddy of mine's in that industry and he sets me up. But you can go to your local Best Buy or Amazon and they sell for like 30, $50 this day's range, like a Logitech
Yeah, but
one.
then you have to program it. That's the
But
problem.
they make it very simple these days. It's
Yeah.
like, boom, Apple TV with this, with this. They make
Yeah.
them very user friendly these days. And it really is, you know, you really don't, like, you don't appreciate it until you don't have it. Not having, like, a cable remote, video remote, all these remotes, it's just much easier.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's our number one tip. I think that's probably our biggest tip so far, right? Is like condense your remote controls. And if you can't do it yourself, find someone. There's plenty. I'm sure your nephew or niece or 12-year-old in the house can do it for you. Do a clutter check each week. So schedule an hour to sort and organize. You know, whether people are going to do this or not. Schedule an hour to sort of organize anything that's out of place. If your home is large, assign each room a day of the week. Begin for work for 10 to 15 minutes, breaking the task down day by day, especially if you have a busy schedule. New Yorkers are very busy. Were you going to say something about doing a clutter check each week? That's not.
No, I'm just listening.
All right. I'm generally clutter free to begin with. I like things put away. We're both in the habit when we leave the apartment in the morning, like bed's made. You literally, it's as if our apartment's for sale and you could show it every day. And it's just the way that we live. I'm sure a lot of people think that's really weird, but it's the way that we live because it's so awesome coming home after a long day and the place is like clean and tidy and that's the way. Anyway, probably making some people really uncomfortable right now. Create a drop zone. The kitchen and living room tend to collect things from all over the house, so leave a bin in these rooms to collect items that belong elsewhere. It's basically saying, right, have a spot for all the crap,
that's
right?
really smart.
Yeah.
While you were talking about that, I was just looking up just an option. See here, $39. They make them very user friendly. Everything from your Roku, your Apple TV, Xbox.
God,
Just an idea.
I know, but just like trying to figure out how to use that thing. All right. Drop zone. We
I
talked
like
about.
the Dropbox. That's very
No. I think it's smart. And in that way, at least your mess is contained. And also, if you misplace something, you know to go to the box, right?
I think the hardest thing, and I always comment when I go to an apartment, is these days, think about all the electronics you have, or phones or whatnot, and chargers. I like when, and they sell them for like $1 or $2 at Home Depot or even Amazon. They're like snake cords things that you put all the cords inside, so you don't have like cord like all over the place. It's just one tube. I don't know. I like that a lot.
No, I like that too.
Or
I
when
don't
you
love
tie something
I
around
don't
them.
love how those tubes look hugging the wall. I think you have to take the extra step and drill a hole and put it in the wall. That's my own personal opinion because I kind of not a clutter person.
But what do you do if you're renting?
I think you still do it, but I see what you're saying. I see what you're
No, no,
saying. It
no,
depends.
no.
It depends on your living situation. I
I'm just
totally get
saying
it.
that's my biggest pet peeve is when
But
you have
here's
all
the
these
other thing
cords.
too. So many things now are wireless and cordless. I think you just investigate being able to just do it with
My
a cord.
phone is wireless. I just drop it on a pad and it charges.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, look at that. All right, rethink your purchases in order to live simpler, less cluttered life. Consciously, think about what you want versus what you really need. All right, I like where it's going. Maintain a constant number of items in your home. Commit to donating a similar item each time you purchase a new one. I have that rule because in New York City, your closets are only so big. When a new shirt is bought, an old shirt has to be donated. And it's the only way to make it work in the city. If you have a bigger house, you can expand your crap. But it's the old thing of like, if you haven't worn it in the past year, you should get rid of it. And donation is the best way to do it. Same thing with books. I actually hold on to books, and I still buy printed books. But I like the idea of when you buy something new in whatever category it is, donating the thing out. Do you do that, Sam? You have quite a wardrobe. You get rid of an old shirt when you buy a new one,
Okay,
or
but
an old suit when
so
you buy
I
a new one?
do. I don't. My wife does a lot more of that. And what's nice is in our building we have like a donation bin in our basement.
Hmm.
And you put stuff in there, which is really nice. I feel like she does a lot more, and I hope she's not watching this because I'm always yelled at by her or my parents. I don't do enough giveaway. I'm the constant keeper. You'll have stuff. There's stuff in my closet that probably 70% has tags. I've never worn.
Wow.
I'm a creature of yeah.
Let's talk about your shopping habit.
I don't have a shopping habit.
You
I
just,
actually haven't bought purchased a pair of clothing in a long time, just because
yeah,
I wear the same stuff all the time. If
yeah.
you're not seeing me at the office, like I bought a couple suits recently, but if you don't see me at the office, like on the weekends and stuff, I wear a t-shirt, gym shorts,
Right.
or shorts. I'm very casual. You always see me in the same sneakers. I wear the same pair of like 3 shoes, 4 shoes, but
No,
I have a lot of clothes. I just don't wear it.
right. So you should get rid of some of the ones you don't wear. All right. Organize every few months, especially if you have children. Kids tend to outgrow clothes, games, toys, and
That's
items
true.
very quickly, especially babies, toddlers, and early age children. Sorting through items every few months ensure that bedrooms and playrooms remain tidy and under control. So we sell a lot of apartments. Either one of us have young kids. I have stepkids. You have no kids yet. But we still have a heck of a lot of apartments with kids in them. And it's funny, when we come in and people are thinking of selling their apartment, we're actually often the impetus to get people to do a lot of these things, especially getting rid of like the kids' toys they don't play with anymore. I always say, look, we don't want to totally disrupt your life. We don't we don't want screaming children being our problem, not our
But
us
at the
being the
same,
cause of it. What?
no, but I'm just saying at the same time, we also want to sell their place for
Well,
the
right.
best price.
So,
And
so,
if,
so I say, and you've heard me say this, Sam. I say, like, what are the must-haves for the kid? What is little Johnny really gonna freak out if he doesn't have his
Johnny,
binky, his whatever. And then the other stuff he may not even notice is gone for 4, 6 months.
I, so you say that you don't want to disrupt their lives, and it's always funny when you go with William, my colleague here, and he's going, but then 10 minutes later, it's like, do you mind if you get rid of that? Do you mind if,
I know.
and look, and
I
it's not
ease
like
into it.
no, but it's not like we're being, jerks or whatever you want to call us. We're trying to sell your apartment and get you the best bang for your buck and get you the best price we can. And a lot of times we go to these apartments and you open a closet. It's like a nice closet and there's stuff. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, my closet's the same way. It's New York City. Not all of us have the luxury of beautiful, like large apartments. So yeah, our apartments, our closets, our drawers, they're stuffed. And look, drawers are one thing, but when you have like a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom and you got a couple closets, people are going to want to open these closets. When you're putting down $1 million or plus or around that for an apartment, space means everything in New York City. And when you open that closet, you don't want to find a stroller sideways or like all this, like open the closet and stuff come falling out at you. And not only that, it's like, a lot of people have a lot of tchotchkes. I mean, at present company not excluded, a lot of pictures of each other.
A
You
lot of
want to
Star Wars
depersonalize that apartment.
figures.
What?
Star Wars figures. Star Wars figures.
I only have a few these days. My wife makes me get rid of it. But I'm just saying, you want to, And William, I think you say it best to all of our potential clients. You want someone coming in there that's looking at this apartment. You want them to focus on the apartment, not get wrapped up on like
Your
a
stuff.
picture of you or your stuff.
Yeah.
You want them
Yeah.
focusing on the square footage, the space itself, not what's in the space.
I think you hit on something in there that's really that I don't even focus on that much, but as I was listening to you, it totally makes sense. It's something I want to do like a marketing thing around. You need to stage your closet, like, right? And for so many reasons, you talk about the baby stroll. Anything that's crammed in the closet subliminally says to your buyer, there's not enough room to store this somewhere else, right? And that's one of my things you've heard me say this, Sam. Clear everything off the top of the fridge. A lot of people use that as catch-all storage. What that says subliminally to the buyer is, oh, there's nowhere else. We're going to have to pile it on top of my fridge. The same thing with closets. Your closet should be staged just like they are on HGTV, and so hey, box stuff up, store it, give it away, whatever you need to do. Those are the things that get people to get emotional about purchasing your home, and it's like, wow, I don't even have to do anything. And again, whether or not they even realize it, if you've got stuff crammed somewhere in a corner, they're thinking, oh, there's not enough storage space in here. I can't live here.
I remember back in the day, I was doing a nice 2-bed, 2-bath, and I had a baby and then a stroller. And every time I would show the apartment and have an open house, I took cause usually they would leave the stroller outside their door, or they would leave it right inside their door. I would take the stroller and take it upstairs to another hallway. You just leave it in the hallway for the showing the open house. Because you don't want, not only do you don't want it in your apartment, but then if you have it outside, it's just what you said. It's like, oh, they don't have enough space to keep a stroller. So I would just move it out of the way. Look, they know they have a kid there. It's not a problem. But they don't want to see a stroller in the middle of their hallway or inside. You know, it just shows, it just subliminally, like you said, there's not enough space.
Yeah. Yeah, and you never want to send that message. And again, we're dealing with smaller spaces here in New York, but I think it applies in any sort of living scenario.
Anywhere, but you know, I feel like it's a huge thing for staging. Like, you know, not enough. I've never heard of really staging like certain closets in the bathrooms too. I mean, bathrooms they stage, but bathrooms that means a lot too. When you have all these, like I've seen bathrooms, they have all these shampoos and soaps, and people don't want to see all these. You know, they want it just to be very. It almost. I'm telling you, we just knock on wood, we just closed. By the way, congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
We just closed an apartment, and it was staged. Like, and it was one hell. I think we got more compliments about the staging than we did the apartment. Everyone that came in there loved the staging because when you stage an apartment, I don't care if the apartment's already nice to begin with. It's just very simple. People can realize, look at stage, and they can get the idea of that's what it's going to look like. But this is what it could look like. But at the same time, it's just very clean and cut. There's not pictures of everyone on the wall. There's not toothpaste and soaps everywhere. The closets aren't jam-packed. There's not toys on the floor, remote controls everywhere.
Well, and whether or not you are staging an empty home, as that one was that you're talking about, or decluttering, which in effect is staging your home that you're still living in, the important thing is to have a neutral palette. People can see themselves and not getting caught up in your stuff, right?
Do you stage a lot of apartments that are not empty?
Not hiring a stager, no, because they're typically bringing in furniture. That's where I'm going in room by room and saying, move this, get rid of this. We have one too many chairs in here. Table would be better over here for flow. You know, a lot of times what we do in the city, it seems like one of the common things, people will have things crammed up against windows. And I always pulse, everyone wants to go to the window, right? You have to give access to the window. Some people will put sofas in front of windows. I'll have them move those things around. We like, and human beings like light, right? We want to go to the light. The light's in the window, hopefully. Even if it's not light in the window, they still want to go to the window. So, I think there's a lot of little. So the last one is streamlined paperwork. So it says sign up for paperless billing for all your monthly bills, credit cards, utilities. If you wish to keep your monthly statements, you can have a digital version and a folder on the cloud where it will be found later. For paperwork, you should review your files annually, shred the ones you don't need anymore.
That's more like it's also like a green friendly, like.
Well, yeah, days, I mean, it's a green friendly thing, you know.
I don't know why anyone gets paper anymore.
Well, so I am a different generation than you, my friend, and so we.
My dad still does it.
we still have things where, I don't know, I still have stacks and stacks
I
and
pay
stacks.
all my bills on the phone. My electric, cable, rent, everything's done on the phone.
Well, I just in the past year, I've put a lot of things on auto pay. I don't know, for whatever reason, I was very reticent to do auto pay. I still haven't done my credit cards because I
Well,
like to sort of see the
you
check.
have two homes though. You have two homes, so I mean, doesn't it get confusing sometimes? Like when you have to pay cable bills or electric bills,
Well,
or
that's why I've gone to auto pay because it also was just
I'm
like a
just saying
full-time job dealing
that
with
way
it.
because it can get confusing. You don't want to miss a payment. See
Yeah,
you in the winter without electricity.
that would be a sad thing.
Up in
So I
Connecticut.
think these, I think these were some pretty good tips about staying organized and clutter-free. Hopefully, anyone that is watching us live, I don't think we had any questions that came in, but if you found this useful information, we would love for you to share it. Please like and love and share and all that fun stuff. Um, yeah, Sam, what you got?
I want to wrap up on a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
William and I are extremely excited as college and professional football start up, I think, next week.
I want to say, well,
College is this weekend or next
there
weekend?
have been a couple of college games already, you know, sort of the C-list ones, but I think there's usually
This weekend.
a good Thursday night game this week, so I got to check that out.
And next week starts the NFL season, so that should be a lot of fun.
Okay,
Very
so
excited for that.
so the Thursday night games, UCF and UConn, not so much. Utah State and Michigan State. So Michigan State's playing
That's gonna be a
Thursday
good one.
night. They're ranked 11th. Okay. You have a couple of Friday night games. Stanford and Wisconsin are both playing Friday night. Those are real. Wisconsin's ranked 4th. Stanford's ranked 13th. Saturday, what will I be watching? I'll be watching that Oklahoma game. Oklahoma's playing Florida Atlantic. Anyway, it starts in earnest this weekend. My alma mater is playing Maryland Saturday at noon. I'm excited about that. They're ranked 23rd preseason. We'll see what happens with that.
All
Yeah,
this sounds, yes?
all this sounds
UT?
good, but you don't really give a crap.
No.
Wait, I just want to give you the games I will absolutely be watching. 3:30 Saturday, Washington and Auburn. That will be a good game. And
Does Ruben
7:30.
watch?
No, he's there while they're on, but he's not really watching.
7:30.
7:30 p.m. Michigan and Notre Dame.
That's a huge game right there.
Probably a
I'll
game.
actually watch that one. I
That
like
would be a
watching
good
Notre
one.
Dame.
All right, so now we may segue to the NFL.
No, NFL, no, it's just one game that's important to me is the home. It's not the home opener. The opening game for the Texans season. We will play the New England Patriots, and we will
Oh, wow.
be destroying the GOAT in New England and Foxborough for the opening game of the season.
What do you mean GOAT? I don't understand that. Sorry.
You don't know what GOAT is?
Oh, what is GOAT?
Huh. So GOAT, I mean, it's been around. The term has been around for many years. In the recent years, Muhammad Ali, when he passed, was considered the GOAT. GOAT stands for greatest of all time.
Of all time. Okay.
So
I
they
have
called
heard that.
Tom Brady after his Super Bowl
GOAT.
win the year before the GOAT of football, saying he's the greatest of all time, which he might very well be. I'm not going to lie, he's extremely good. But he's going to get his rear end handed to him when he faces our team.
All right.
Sunday,
I hope you're
September 9th.
right. I hope you're right. Mitch will not be happy. Mitch is a Patriots fan. I don't know if you
I
know
know he
that.
is. And the banter and the, as we like to call the SHIT talk, will be happening very soon.
Well,
Anyways,
if GOAT stands for something that we didn't think was, what would SHIT stand
she has it.
Yeah, exactly.
She has it. The best.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, but hope you're not. If you're not in the Northeast, I hope you're cool somewhere because it is extremely hot here past couple days. And I hope you guys are having a great rest of the end of your summer. Cannot believe it is Labor Day on Monday. Wow, time just flew. Feels like I got married at the beginning of the summer on Cinco de Mayo, and now it's over, summer. Anyways, hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Hope you found today very informative. Keep following, liking, loving, leaving feedback, and sharing everything we do. We're live every Tuesday Eastern at 2 p.m. Yeah.
That's it. See you
Bye.
next week.